Shane Irvin. I drive a 92X Mustang in a 4-cylinder class. I've been doing it for a long time. And we also drive a number 7 open wheel modified.
My name is Amy. I'm Shane Irvin's wife. We have 4 kids together: Braden, Peyton, Addison, and Avery.
My name's Jonathan Beth. I helped Shane Irvin with the open wheel and the Mustang, Irvin Motorsports.
A normal Saturday morning. Yeah, it's kind of crazy around here. I mean, we get up, of course. Usually I just kind of relax, lay back. I try to have a lot of stuff done before Saturday morning. I try to use Saturday for just, going over stuff, washing, loading, the basics. Of course, with baseball and kid activities, sometimes I can't do that. But majority of the time, Saturday we just kind of roll with the flow, wash the cars, load them, go over a few things, and then, make our way to the racetrack.
He's got his days, but I like working for Shane. We have fun, family time, just joke and laugh, cut up all day.
The kids love to watch their dad race. I think it's really important, to see that you can do what you want to do, and he sets a really good example for them. Not just as far as winning or trying your best, but the way he treats other people, and the kids see that.
We've been running the open wheel, just purchased the open wheel back about 3 months ago. We've only been out on the track with it a couple times. I raced a different one last year a couple times, got my feet wet, kind of enjoyed it. So we found one that we could afford, went and bought it. Had a motor issue about a month ago, that's put us down, but we're ready to go now. Got everything set on go and ready to go.
I mean, the challenge tonight is, just trying to just keep the cars ready to go, get set up, hope the setup's right on them. Like I say, hope he comes home with the win.
Thanks everyone for checking out our homestead. Time's up. It's time for y'all to get to staffing. My favorite part about dirt racing, I guess, is, believe it or not, it's actually off the racetrack. When we come to the racetrack, we got all kinds of family members that come up. It's just the experience in the pits.
Always when we get to the track, I'm helping him do the little things I can help him do. Unload the ramps or unload the stuff, get his racing suit ready or whatever. I'll do whatever I can to help him. I've been up under his car before, helping him change a clutch at the racetrack because he had no help. So just whatever he needs me to do, I'm there. I'm always supporting him.
We live it every day. We eat, breathe, sleep racing. We're not obsessed by no means. We do the best we can with what we got. But, I mean, we've gained a lot of friends throughout the years in dirt racing. and that means a lot to us. We look forward to Saturday to go to the races, to meet our friends, to meet our fans, our people, and we have a big time. We plan on running the Mustang pretty much all the time. This is our go-to car, believe it or not, is the 4-cylinder. We got the open wheel just as a toy, just to play around with, maybe look at moving up later and getting something new. And it is a lot of fun. I love it, but we're just kind of going to see where it goes. Financially, we're going to do what we can do and try to be competitive, you know. When I get in my race car, but to this day, raced 20-some years. When they start rolling the track in and I know it's time to go, I get butterflies in my stomach. I get a little nervous, just natural, I believe. I don't think, when the nerve goes away, I think it's time to look elsewhere. To this day, I get nervous. You don't know what's going to happen. I get a little nervous, but when you get in, you get strapped in, you get your helmet on, and you pull the lineup chute, everything just goes away.
I don't really get as nervous as I used to, but I know there's always a possibility that, so I always tell him I love him and good luck, so, because I know, you know, sometimes, you know, something could go wrong. It's mostly excitement. I know he's always going to do good. I know he's going to do his best, and I know he's always, you know, watching for us there on the sidelines while he's racing. He usually has a pretty big crowd, you know, standing there watching him, and a lot of times he'll tell me, you know, he can see the kids jumping up and down and screaming and cheering him on. So I think that has a lot to do with him winning.
I mean, it's just kind of something you learn. I mean, I've got it. I feel like I can drive a race car pretty decent. When you get on a racetrack, it just seems like to me I don't want to say comes natural because I don't want to look big headed, but I mean, I just get out there. I know the one goal is to be as fast as you can go. I do the best I can do. It brings you to another level. You kind of forget the world. You forget everything happening. Until the checker flag falls, and then you just open right back up to reality. Just something you got to experience. If anybody ain't never done it, the people that done it knows what I'm talking about. But it's adrenaline rush for sure. Something you can't really explain the feeling that you get. total, it's been a little over 20 years. Yeah, we raced about 14 years. I started when I was 12 in go-karts. We raced up to about 10 years ago, and when my son was born, we quit. We laid it down for a while, and then we picked it back up about 5 years ago, and never skipped a beat. Just kept rolling with it. So yeah, we've been about 21 years total with everything racing.
So what's it?
We've been married 9 years, and we've been together for 17.
Has he been racing the whole time you've been together?
Our first date was at Lake Cumberland Speedway. We've been racing pretty much on and off the whole time we've been married. Everybody knows that we're going to be racing on Saturday. People I work with, they know if not to ask me to work on Saturday because I'm not going to be there. I'm going to be racing with Shane and our family.
when we're lucky enough to get the win, it's adrenaline rush. I mean, until you could cross the checker flag, when you cross it, your mind kind of goes to somewhere like, hey, all this hard work is paid off. I see my kids in the infield jumping, cheering, screaming. I mean, hear the fans cheering when you get out of the car. You can't write that in a book. I mean,
oh, it feels really good. I like seeing him win. Knowing that we're done good, made the right calls for the race cars. It's really nice to see him win.
I'm always proud of Shane, if he wins or loses, but sometimes he has a lot more people cheering against him than he does for him, and we can hear it from the stands, but you know, that just fuels him more, and it just makes me proud to see him up there.
If he wrecks the car, I'll just worry about it. Make sure, first thing, make sure he's all right, you know. And then start worrying about the car, make sure, see what all we got to do to it to come back out the next weekend.
One wreck several years ago was at Clinton County, and it was before we had any kids, and he actually hit the wall on the turn one, and it actually knocked him out. They wanted to take him to the hospital, but he wouldn't go. So, and it was terrifying because I was in the pits. I couldn't even get to him to where he was at on the other side. So it was really scary. But that's probably one of the only major wrecks I've seen him have.
I mean, it's a great sport. You know, don't go in over your head. Number one and foremost, race within your means. I mean, if you're low income, low budget, you know, don't go out and try to buy a late model and try to race with them guys and, you know, keep up with the Joneses. A lot of people look at us 4-cylinders and say, hey, you know, that class they're not much, you know, but we're a big family in the 4-cylinder class, and you know, we're just as big as family as what the late model family is or the modifieds. Race within your means. Don't go out and try to race over your head and chase your tail all the time. And make it to where you can go and enjoy the racing, enjoy the Saturday, and not have to worry about, well, if I don't get start money or if I don't do good, I'm gonna struggle the next week. You know.
I love being hands-on with the cars. I like piddling around with them. You know. I like getting out there on the track. You know, I thought it was easy at first, but he put me in a car one time, and it's a whole lot harder than what you think. But I'm hoping one day I'll get back in it and get to have me another car and get back out there and have fun.
Well, as far as Shane racing, we have been back and forth on the fence several times of whether to not race, whether to race, to keep going or whatever. I always tell him I think he's probably got 20 more years left in him. But it's just kind of up in the air. But I know it's in his heart. I know we all love doing it, and I don't really see him stopping in the future. But
If it's something I do on the racetrack, if I get into somebody and wreck, that's one thing. I beat myself up over that. But if something breaks, or it's out of my control, I try to come in, I try to smile, put a smile on my face, say, hey, we'll get it fixed. We'll get them next week. I've got kids, wife, everybody, looking at me, and I can't. I try to stay with a smile on my face, whether we do good, whether we do bad. Hey, we went, we had fun, we give it our all, and let's go fix it. Come back next week. I try not to let it beat me up when I don't do good. Family plays a tremendous part. That's number one to us. We put that number one, family. We get along. We call everybody in the mornings that we're gonna meet up with. Hey, you bring in the hot dogs today. We'll bring the chips. You bring the bread. We'll bring we all get together. We save each other spots. When we get there, it's just one big family.
Usually we have the kids in tears when he loses, but I always tell him I'm still proud of him. He, usually it's something, either with the car or just a mistake that he made. But I'm always proud of him, and it makes the ride home kind of long because he usually doesn't say much. So we're usually a quiet ride home if something's went wrong.
But it does mean a lot when you're, because you get beat down, and you think, hey, have I lost my touch? Am I ever gonna win another race? So you do beat yourself down a little bit over that. But and then once you cross the checkers, you realize, hey, it's I've still got it.